the chevra that I came with here was mostly chevra I had been in yeshiva with in Philadelphia. That was a big draw. The Yeshiva Rebellia, Zatzal, was very, very pro the Kollel, very behind the Kollel.
He felt the Kehillah was a wonderfully Torah Kehillah, and they had the right hashkafas Torah, and he felt that this was going to be a good match, and the Kollel was going to thrive.
He continued to be in touch with us and our families and everyone else who was involved, and he just provided the support and vision for the whole project. As
we were flying into Minneapolis, the pilot walked out to the back of the plane and read out this message from air traffic control welcoming to Minneapolis the new Kollel. It was we didn't know at the time there was an actual full member of the community, and we were figuring out how they managed to get that done. It was a very cute touch.
The way the community embraced us was spectacular. It was pre-9/11. I know I'm dating myself, but it was pre-9/11 in the entire community. And I mean everyone, men, women, and children, came out to greet us when we walked off the plane. And everyone was smiling and holding banners and all emotional, and they all came to greet the Kollel. You can't imagine the feeling of welcome, of warmth.
There was such an anticipation for the Yungalite that Rabbi Leaf had created a love for Yungalite, that they were actually waiting with great anticipation for the day, for the arrival of the Kollel. And this excitement carried on. Everyone was looking up to the Kollel. They held them on the highest pedestal.
We understood it was a Lakewood Kollel, which meant that the first 2 starim would be real learning, and we all knew that Night Seder also, a portion of it would be involved with the community.
We were trailblazers, and we were searching within ourselves, what does it mean to build the Kollel? What does the Kollel mean? What are we going to do? What's going to be our relationship with the community? But we formed deep relationships with everyone, and those relationships personally carried over in the past 18 years.
Once the Kollel was launched, there was an immediate impact to the community. There was a buzz, there was a curiosity, I think, and very quickly exactly what Rabbi Lee predicted and others happened, which was all of a sudden, guys who were maybe not directly involved started learning.
At night, we learned with Balabatim, we learned with community members, different programs and whatever it may be. That started pretty early lunch and learns in different shiurim, but it never took away from the fact that the 2 starim, the morning seder and the afternoon seder, was a full seder with the Kollel itself. And the influence of the Torah learning is what permeates into the community, and really it's that changed the community.
The Yungalite that came in the beginning, that first group, each one of them touched a handful of people deeply, really, really gave them someone to connect to, someone who maybe was more their age, someone who had the time, and it really, really transformed people's view of B'nai Torah.
I've watched the community grow. When I first came, the Beis Yaakov grew, there was no yeshiva in town, and there was no Frankel's bookstore, there was no Prime Deli, but I've watched people grow. I've watched people gain so much from just having the presence of the Kollel in town.
They say all ships rise with the tide, right? So the Kollel immediately, notched the tide up dramatically. And so that's affected everything in the community.
People like to say, how much we started and everything. Well, it's true, we were the first ones, but ultimately, if we were gone, you got to have the community carry on the vision. And it's nice we were, like you said, the catalyst for this growth, but ultimately the credit goes to the community, the founders and the backers who got this off the ground and kept it running. And of course, it just bears real testimony to the power of what yeshiva and the Kollel could do. And the Torah is a language that all Yidden speak, and it speaks to all of us, and it can really change everyone's lives.